Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is me, Pro FK Guy, and I have PC Gaming 101 Episode 5 for you guys today. I know I've uploaded this late, and a day late, actually. So, it's here, and it's before Cyber Monday, so be happy. I'm going to be drinking water throughout this video because I kind of need it, because there's going to be a lot of talking. So, yeah, let's go ahead and hop right into this real quick. CPU, I grabbed the AMD Athlon 2 X4 750K. It's a quad-core processor from AMD, obviously. It's $80, and you're going to get plenty of performance from it for that price point. It's it's perfect for gaming. It's it's going to be able to do whatever you really want it to do. Maybe not everything. Everything gaming related, besides like 3D rendering and stuff. You're going to be able to do. And for that CPU to go, or where, I was going to try to flow, but, I didn't. I failed, so, anyways. MSI FM2 A75 MAP33. All these PC part pickers, by the way, are going to be, I'm gonna close that. Nah, whatever. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. All these PC part picker things are gonna be in the description if you want to look at them. I'm gonna have the price points next to them so you guys can know. And yeah, so this motherboard right here is it's only $34 after the mail-in rebate or something. Yeah, mail-in rebate. And yeah, it's pretty basic. It's a micro ATX because micro ATX is cheaper because it's smaller, and it only has 2 RAM slots, so we went ahead and got Mushkin Redline 8GB memory. It's 2 DIMMs of 4GB, or 2 sticks of 4GB RAM, and yeah, so it's gonna go in this motherboard just fine, and it's only $70. And for storage, we got the I don't know why I keep on saying we. I got the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB. It's only $55, and it's really, really cheap right now on Newegg. So yeah, that's really cheap for 1TB if you think about it. It's 1,000 gigabytes for only $54, so it's really good price to gigabyte ratio. And it's basically going to be able to hold all the games that you want, all the videos. If you want to go up to 2TB, you can, but I would recommend 1TB for this price point. For graphics card, or video card, whatever you want to call it, I got the Sapphire Radeon HD 7870. Really cheap card right now, only $130. I don't believe they're making these anymore, so you're probably going to want to grab it real quick. Because since AMD's new cards have come out, I think they stopped production of these. Hang on, I gotta take a drink of water. And cough. Okay, sorry if you can hear that. It's kind of gross. So yeah, 7870. It's going to be able to run games like Battlefield 4 just fine. Maybe not maxed out. I might struggle there a little bit. Just look up benchmarks of it, and you'll figure out that I can't really help you there, because I don't have this card. Anyways, so it'll be able to run Battlefield 4 just fine on medium, or I'm pretty sure high settings. It'll be able to run perfectly fine at 1080p. So yeah. Basically be able to run any game that you want, maybe not maxed out, but you'll be able to run them. NZXT Source 210, it's a really basic case, and it's only $37, and yeah, it's cheap, it's decent, it's got decent airflow, it's overall a decent case, and you can put a lot of stuff in it, so it's good. It's a good case for the price. And you can say, oh, well, you cheaped out on the power supply. It's only $30. Whenever I said don't cheap out on the power supply, I didn't mean that. This is a deal. 500 watts of 80 plus bronze certified power supply goodness. It's awesome. $30. I mean, come on, man. It's $30. I don't know if I said it's $50. It's $30. It's cheap. It's 80 plus bronze, and that's what we want. So yeah. I don't include OS, so final price $437.93. That's after all the mail-in rebates. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go to the next one right about now. Let's go ahead and go. Okay. Let's stop doing that. This is the 750, 775. Well, that's the exact price, but I'm gonna go ahead and say $800 price point. So yeah, this is a pretty good price point. This is a very sweet spot. You're gonna get a lot of performance for your money right here. You did in this one, but you know, this is like a really good spot. It's just a very good medium of price to performance. So the CPU is an AMD FX 8320. It's only $130, and you get Far Cry 3 for free. This is one thing I love about AMD, is that they have a lot of good games that you can get for free from their graphics cards or processors. And that's on Newegg, so buy it from there. And you'll get Far Cry 3 for free. Really good game. I haven't played all the way through it, but I've played a lot of it. And yeah, so it's an 8-core processor. You're going to be able to do some video editing on here just fine, and lots of gaming, and yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Drink of water time. Okay, the Asus M5A97 R.28 blah blah blah. AMD or AM3 Plus motherboard, $95. This has, you know, this is a ATX motherboard, so it's a full size motherboard, and it has, you know, 4 RAM slots, and you know, it can hold this processor, and you know, it's got all that you need, and you can do a little bit of overclocking on here. I wouldn't really recommend it with the default CPU cooler, because as you can see, we don't have a CPU cooler on here. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing overclocking unless you get a aftermarket cooler for this, or not aftermarket, but whatever. You get a CPU cooler. You just click on here, and then you know, you can choose one. Liquid cooling's cool, and so is air. Whatever, I don't care. We have one in the next build, so yeah, whatever. For RAM, 8 GB of G.Skill Aries series. Main reason why I got this was, one, it's from this guy on the Linus Tech Tips forum. He sent me this link because I needed help with a build for my friend. He wanted a cheap pre-built computer, and he's like, well, if he will let you build it himself, whatever. You know, whatever. I'm not gonna just tell you guys the whole entire story right now. This is what he sent me, and this is his build that he recommended for $800, or under $800, I guess. So yeah, G.Skill RAM, 8 GB, pretty freaking similar to this one, except a little bit more expensive. You could just get the Mushkin RAM. I probably would recommend that, but at this price point, we can do a little bit of cool stuff, like the RAM matches the motherboard, and that's what I like, so that's why I didn't change it. Western Digital Caviar Blue, 1 TB, same exact one that we had in the $500 build. Power Color Radeon R9 280X, 3 GB video card. This is a really solid card. You'll be able to run Battlefield 4 on Ultra pretty much no problem. This is the equivalent to my 7970 that I have in my build, or my rig, I guess. And the 7970 can run Battlefield 4 on high at easily above 80 FPS. So if you guys have, for some reason, 120 Hz monitor laying around, this will be a really good card for that. That's on high. That's not on ultra and like all maxed out and stuff. And the Fractal Design R4. Hang on. The Fractal Design Define R4. I got a window with this one. I don't know why. It was around the same price, and I don't know. I like a window because I don't have a window in my case. Anyways, really quiet case. It has sound dampening in there, and so it'll run really quiet. And yeah, it's $75, and it has good cooling and a really quiet case, and it's really minimalistic, which is what I like. My build or my rig right now doesn't really represent that, but I like minimalistic stuff. I really wish I got like this case, because this case is really good. It's going to be able to fit all the stuff you want it to. Alright, so power supply. Corsair Enthusiast 650 watt 80 plus bronze ATX power supply. Really just cheap power supply. Yeah, cheap power supply. 650 watts. And yeah, so that's plenty. I don't know if you'll be able to fit a second one in here, but it's definitely a good amount. And plus it's 80 plus bronze, which is what I said before. And once again, no OS. And let's go and go to the next build. You're gonna, you know what? I'm not even gonna mention it. I'm not even gonna mention the mouse clicks because you know I can't do anything about that. All right, so CPU. This time I went with Intel because we have a little bit of a higher price point. Our price point was $1,500. Now this is just $21 above because I added an SSD in there. Because I don't know, I just felt like it. So yeah, you can take away the SSD and it'll be around $1,400. But $1,500 is basically our price point. We went a little bit over, but you know you can drop some stuff and get nice cheap stuff and things. So yeah. So this right here is the Intel Core i5 460. Oh, crap, I screwed that up. I was saying my processor. i5 4670K quad core processor from Intel. It's not necessarily cheap, but it's good. You're going to be able to do tons of video editing and gaming on here. i5 is just a really good gaming processor and, you know, editing processor. I mean, i7 is good for like 3D rendering and stuff, but this one's definitely good for gaming and some video editing. That's why I didn't go with the i7 because it's more expensive and you don't really get much more performance. If you want to get the i7, then you can. It's gonna raise you about like $200 more. So yeah, I actually got a CPU cooler with this because you're definitely gonna want to overclock this. If you're gonna pay this much for a CPU, might as well overclock it. So I got the Corsair H100i. It's gonna keep it nice, cool, quiet, and it's $85 right now. Really cheap. For a motherboard, I went all out with the motherboard. I got a really sexy motherboard. Asus Sabertooth Z87 ATX motherboard. $230. Yeah, it's a really good motherboard. It's gonna look sexy, and yeah. So let me take a drink of water, and you guys can just look at it. You can look at it. Ah, it's sexy. Okay. If you guys don't like the thermal protection on it or whatever it is, you guys can take that off through some modding, but if you don't mind, then go ahead and get that. Since it's a ATX motherboard, we can get 16 gigabytes of RAM. It is two 8 gigabyte things, so you're gonna get two 8 gigabyte DIMMs and $134. So you can run this in dual channel, which is really good. You're gonna be able to get lots of speed out of this, and yeah, so it's plenty for video editing and overkill for gaming. 8 gigabytes is a good spot, but this is mainly if you want to do video editing, and also it just fits in the price point. If you want to go down to 8 gigs, you can, but 16 gigabytes is what I chose. Samsung, oh Samsung, your 840 EVO, 120 gigabytes. This is just going to be a boot drive. You can install some games on there, a few games, and even some major programs if you want. It's only 120 gigabytes. You can go and switch up its storage a little bit, maybe get like a terabyte and then 250 gigabytes of this or something. These things are really cheap right now. They're gonna get even cheaper tomorrow, so just be looking forward to that. Seagate Barracuda 2 terabyte hard drive, $79.99, $80. So yeah, 2 terabytes, plenty for everything. So yeah, I don't need to explain that. EVGA 780, woohoo! $500 for a graphics card. This is gonna run any game you want, pretty much maxed out at above 30 FPS that I know of. Now this video is being made on December 1st of 2013, so just keep that in mind. Just really good graphics card. I didn't go with AMD this time with like their R9 or R9 290X. even though those are cheaper, or at least the R9290 is. Even though those are cheaper, they run louder and they're hotter. And I don't know. I just wanted to go with 780. I like the 780. It's a really solid card, or solid. It's a super card. There's a 780 Ti, but that's $700, so that's why I didn't go with that. So you know, whatever. Just get this 780. Good card. Run anything you want. Fractal Design Define R4 once again. Really good case. Quiet. That's why I like it. Quiet, minimalistic. You can take away the window if you want, if you don't like the window, but I like the window, and it's $75. So, yeah. The Corsair Enthusiast 750 watt, 80 plus bronze. You just want to look for 80 plus bronze, 80 plus silver, 80 plus gold, 80 plus platinum, whatever. Just get something like that so you know that it is certified with its efficiency and it's not going to blow up. So yeah, it's not actually going to blow up. Well, it might. Okay, this one's not. This one is not going to blow up. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. So yeah, 750 watts. This is plenty for this 780. If you want to get a second 780 for some odd reason, you're gonna have to get a larger power supply, because this one pulls out 462 watts. I don't know if that's max or not. This is just on PC Part Picker, but you know, whatever. So yeah, that's our final build. Edit this all you want. If you find something cheaper, go ahead and get it. I would recommend these same components. If you just find like cheaper RAM or something, then go ahead and get it. You know, whatever. Edit these all you want. This is just what I recommend. And if you want to get your own pre-built, I'm just gonna mention this real quick, so I can help out those pre-built guys, because I got a pre-built computer and I had no idea what I was gonna do. Oh wait, no, it's not on this. There's actually a link. This guy linked me to it. NCIX, they're a Canadian company, but they also have a USA department. Hang on, I gotta take a drink of water. If you add all these components that I just showed you, they'll build it for you, and they won't like send you like a free OS. They'll send you the OS if you bought it with it. They'll build it for you for $50. So this is the only thing that I can really recommend for pre-built. So yeah, so $50 is a really good price point, and they might go on sale with this. I doubt it, but you know, maybe. Just check this. I'll put a link to this also, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and definitely use these builds. They're really good, and they're definitely a good price to performance amount, and I guess I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Watch me in the video in 3, 2, 1.